Hey, thought leaders. This is the personalbranding.com podcast, and I'm your host, Dillon Kivo. Join us to learn how to build a legacy, boost your reputation, and make a lasting impact. Let's dive in. Hey, everyone. I'm Dillon Kivo, and welcome back to the personalbranding.com podcast. I'm really excited that you're here today because we're going to be talking about something that can take your personal brand to the next level, and it's how to leverage media features to attract bigger opportunities. If you've been featured in a major publication, or you've done a TV interview, or even had a podcast appearance similar to this, that's amazing. But the truth is, just getting featured isn't enough. You need to know how to make the most out of that media exposure to open up even more doors for you. So let's dive into how you can take those media wins and turn them into something bigger. Step 1, share, and share. The first thing you need to do after being featured is to make sure that everybody knows about it. It's like having a Lamborghini in your garage and nobody knows that it exists. Share your article feature across all of your social media platforms, whether it's LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Facebook, wherever your audience hangs out, post it. But don't just post a link and walk away, add context. Share a story about why this feature matters to you or how it ties into your journey. Your audience will connect way more with your personal touch added to it. Okay, so this is also a great time to tag the publication or media outlet that featured you in the first place. It's not only going to give them a shout out, but it increases your visibility with their audience as well. You might even get them to reshare it on their platform, reaching even more people. Now, think about your email list. These are your warm contacts, people who they're already interested in what you're doing, right? Make sure that they're in the loop too. A simple email saying, hey, I was recently featured in insert publication, New York Weekly, LAY, or whatever it is. Check it out here. Add another layer to your credibility by just sharing it. Step 2, add it to your digital portfolio. Once you've been featured, don't just let that accomplishment fade into the background. Add it to your website or your other social media profiles as well, right? Create a media features or as seen in section on your website where visitors can see the authority that you've built over time and where you've been published, right? It's not about showing off. It's about building trust with your visitors. Potential clients, collaborators, and partners are always looking for social proof. When they see that you have been featured in reputable outlets, they'll be more likely to trust you with their business. It's almost like borrowing credibility of the media outlet and applying it to yourself. I call it hijacking the authority from media outlets, right? From third parties. Also, don't forget to update your bio. Whenever you're introducing yourself, whether it's for a new, opportunity, a speaking engagement, or even just networking, mention that you've been featured in the media. It gives you instant credibility. Step 3, use media features to open doors. This is where the real opportunity comes in. When you've got a media feature under your belt, you've got to leverage this. Use that to pitch yourselves for even bigger and better opportunities. Let's say you've been featured in an online article. You can use that to reach out to whether it's event organizers and pitch yourself as a speaker. Or if you're a coach or a consultant, include that media feature when you're sending proposals to potential clients. It instantly boosts your credibility. Here's an example. If you were interviewed about marketing trends and you're reaching out to a brand for a collaboration, mention the feature and how it positions you as a thought leader in your industry. A lot of times, people are more willing to work with someone that they see as an expert. And that media exposure, it reinforces that idea. Step 4, build relationships with journalists and editors. This is key. Here's something a lot of people forget. Your media features, they can be the start to a lasting relationship, many of them. If you've worked with a journalist or editor who's covered your story, follow up with them. Thank them for the feature and keep in touch with them by sharing updates on your work or insights that they might find valuable. They might publish about you again. Over time, these relationships can lead to even more media opportunities. Journalists are always looking for experts to quote, and even if you stay on their radar, there's a good chance they're going to come back to you for future stories, right? Don't forget about guest blogging or contributing content either, whether it's LinkedIn Pulse, anywhere online. If a media outlet featured you once, there might be an opportunity to write for them or collaborate in other ways as well. It keeps your name out there and it positions you as a regular contributor, which only strengthens your brand. Step 5, leverage your network. One of the most powerful ways to grow your brand is through your network. And media features are, again, an excellent way to keep that network engaged. Whenever you're featured, share it with, your professional circle, send it to maybe a mentor of yours, colleagues, and potential collaborators. You never know what could happen when you keep your network in the loop. Someone in your circle, they might forward your article to someone else who is looking for an expert in your field that you can cover. Or they might offer you a new opportunity based on the credibility that you've built through your media exposure. Also, consider connecting with other people who are also featured in the same media outlet as you. They've got similar goals, and just building relationships with them can open up new avenues for collaboration. Step 6, turn media exposure into testimonials. If you've been featured for your expertise, it's essentially a testimonial within itself, right? Use that to your advantage. For example, if a respected publication praised your work or mentioned your insights, quote them on your website in marketing materials. These kinds of testimonials can be incredibly powerful because they come from a third-party source who don't have a vested interest in your success. It's not just you saying how great you are, it's someone else backing it up for you. And that level of validation can make a big difference when clients are deciding whether to work with you or to work with somebody else. So there you have it. Getting featured in the media is a huge accomplishment, but the real magic happens when you leverage that exposure to unlock even more opportunities. Whether you're using it to expand your network, even a pitch for bigger and better opportunities, or just building credibility, those media features are a tool that you can use to elevate your brand. And remember, this process takes time. Be consistent, stay connected with your network, and continue to add value to everything that you do. The bigger opportunities are just one opportunity away. Thanks for tuning into this episode today on personalbranding.com podcast, and keep working on your brand, stay visible, and make the most out of those media features. I'm Dillon Kivo, and I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for tuning in. I'd love to hear from all of you. Follow and connect with me on all of your favorite social media platforms at Dillon Kivo, DILLONKI, V as in Victor, O. And until next time, keep building your brand and stay golden.